All right, class, welcome back. Did you guys have a good weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you guys do a lot of fun stuff this weekend?
Yeah.
So who remembers what our topic for today is? Yes.
Learning about eggs.
That's right. We're going to learn about eggs and what is inside of eggs.
Shells.
Well, eggs have
Chickens.
shells. Chickens, right? Baby chickens. Can you guys think of anything else that comes from inside of an egg?
Baby. Yolk.
A yolk.
Babies.
Babies, right? So do only chickens have eggs?
No.
What else has eggs?
Humans.
Well, no, humans, we don't lay eggs, but we have eggs in our
Ostrich.
body. Ostrich, yes, ostrich.
Chickens.
Alligators.
Bird.
Birds. Snakes. Yeah. So,
Butterflies.
all right, so do you guys remember when we talked about how human babies live inside of tummies?
Yeah.
Yeah. And, yes.
When is he said about butterflies don't lay eggs, but they actually do.
Yes, butterflies do lay eggs. They actually lay tiny eggs. Very good point. All right, so before we get started, I just want to do a quick reminder. For those of you who need to move around, right? Some of you have trouble learning unless you're like moving or fidgeting. So make sure you have your stress balls or your chew toys. If you need to pace around the back of the room to help you focus, that's fine. If you need to rock in a chair, whatever you need to do to help you stay focused, that's fine. If you need to doodle, if doodling helps you learn better, you're allowed to doodle. If you have any questions or you need me to repeat something, just tell me right away. Hands up and I can do that. All right, so back to our eggs. All right, so human babies. What is something that all of us need to live? What do we need to live?
Oxygen.
Oxygen. What else do we need to live?
Water.
Water. Do you guys remember what we learned last week about how human babies inside a tummy, how do they get oxygen?
From their umbilical.
Right. Do you remember how we all have belly buttons, right, on our tummy? Yeah? We all have little belly buttons right here. Do you all see your belly button?
Yeah.
So all of us, when we are inside of the womb, inside of our moms, we have this umbilical cord which connects to our mom, and through that umbilical cord, food, oxygen, blood, all of that comes into us. So that's how we breathe. Do you know that you're actually breathing inside of the womb, just not with your lungs? You can hand that around and look at it. So here's a question. All animals need oxygen and food to survive. So, inside of an egg, how do you think we breathe and eat? How does a baby chick or an alligator eat and breathe? How do you think?
Because there's holes in the egg.
That is, you've been reading your chapter. Good job, Miss Abby. She is very right. All right, I'm going to show you something. So you see how on humans we all have our umbilical cord, right, that connects? Did you know that chicks, little baby birds and alligators also have an umbilical cord that connects to the outside of the shell? Do you see that? You can pass that around. Right, so inside of an egg, the little birds, the little alligators, they all have their own. Yeah, you can. Oh, you have a question? Yay.
Wow, that's awesome.
You guys can say whatever you like. All right, so we all have an umbilical cord, or they have that connects to the outside of the egg. So here's the question, though.
I didn't know that.
So you see this? This is a chick growing inside of an egg, right? You can hand this. Oh, you can hand this one around too. It shows how when the chick is developing all of its blood vessels. What do you see? Where are those blood vessels going?
Inside.
Here, you can hand this one around.
That's cool.
So you see it's an egg just like this. So what you're looking at is what is inside of there. So if there was a baby chick inside here right now, you can pass it around.
Don't break it.
Inside, if there was a baby chick, it would have blood vessels connecting all the way to the outside. But here's a question. How does it get food or oxygen through that? How does a chick breathe? And Abby already gave away one of the secrets. I wonder if any of you else heard that. How does a baby bird get oxygen through the shell of that egg? Because is the shell hard?
Yeah.
You see that? A shell is hard, right? It's pretty solid. How does it get air through here? Yes.
There's like holes in the egg.
That's right. There's super tiny holes in the egg. How many of you believe that? Because when you look at that, does it look like there's tiny holes?
No.
Nothing's leaking, right? So I'm going to teach you guys something cool. I'm going to pass this around. I'll show you guys first. So we are going to test to see if there's holes in this egg. So we're going to put this egg gently inside this cup. Okay, so you guys see that? So what we're going to do is we're going to take hot water, because hot water makes it easier to see. We're going to pour this hot water onto this egg. Ooh, here it goes. Still going. All right, now we let it sit for a second. Now I want you to look at that egg and tell me what you see coming out of that egg. You guys can hand this around. It's going to be a little hot, so hold on to the top. What do you see coming out of there?
Oxygen.
Is it bubbles?
Yes.
Do you see all those
They're
bubbles?
air bubbles.
That's right. So there was actually air inside of that egg. So when we dump, yeah, you can pass it around. So when we put the water around it, it shows us the air coming out. So with this baby chick here, with all the blood vessels, it is absorbing oxygen through the egg, the holes in the egg. So the blood goes circling around and it gets the air. So that is how the baby chick breathes. Do you want to see that again, Reagan? You look confused. Do you guys have any questions on this so far?
No.
No? Does this all make sense? Yes, what's your question?
How can I write them down?
You can write it down any way you feel like. So that was actually going to be one of our tests. So one of the first things that I want you guys to do is going, thank you. Yes, Miss Izzy.
Can I see that picture again?
Yes, you want to see this one again?
No, that one.
This one? Perfect. So that would be a very little, so the yolk is actually where the baby bird comes from. It's where it starts dividing into becoming a bird, and the yolk inside of it that we're used to eating, that's actually where it gets its food from. So that's what it eats and lives off of as it comes alive.
That's so cool.
Right? So the baby chicken is the yolk. That's how it comes to life.
Stefan?
Yes.
Can we write now?
Yeah, you guys can take notes whenever you feel like.
I
So
don't know how to write.
you can use words. You could use pictures. Some people learn better by even making up songs to themselves. So sometimes it's hard to remember things. So you can make up a song to yourself like, an egg has holes and that's how it breathes. An egg has holes and that's how it breathes. And that might help you remember. So you can use anything that helps your learning style the best. So I wanted to show you guys something else about eggs. So right here we have chicken eggs, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys think all eggs are the same size?
No.
No. So first off, I can show you, these show you different types of eggs using a hand to show. So your basic chicken egg is the green one right here, and it shows you up to like an emu egg or an ostrich egg. So I also have this to pass around, which will give you guys an idea of what different size eggs can be. So when you look here, you'll find your basic chicken egg, and then you can compare that to like a peacock egg or a goose egg or an ostrich egg. Emo eggs are black. Did you know that? Sometimes they're like a dark blue, but they typically look black. Sometimes chicken eggs are usually white, right? But this one is brown. Depending, every chicken typically lays a slightly different colored egg. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
When you get them at the store, they're usually bleached. They make them look a different color on purpose because they know people like white eggs or brown eggs. I had a chicken that laid spotted eggs when I lived on a farm once. Did you guys know that? So eggs aren't just white or brown. They can be a lot of different colors. Also,
I'm still looking at that.
do you think all chicken eggs are exactly the same size, or can they be different?
Different?
They can be. Why do you think?
Because not every chicken's the same.
Right, not every chicken's the same. Like humans, when I had Genevieve and Arabella, they were 10-pound babies. How heavy were you guys when you were born? Do you know?
Probably like 7.
Like 7 pounds. Maisie was what, like 6 pounds? Your sister?
9.
9. So every baby human is born a different weight, just like every egg comes out different. That's why when you're in the store, you'll see small eggs, medium eggs, and large eggs. So also a small egg, do you think every small egg is exactly the same size? No, it's going to be a little bit different. Yes, Miss Izzy.
I have 2 questions.
Yes.
I didn't know that there was such thing as a black egg, and there's like these little feet coming out.
Yeah,
That's
that
just
one.
the stand.
Yeah, I think that's just the stand for holding the egg. But if a chicken was trying to get out, typically, or a bird, they usually get out through their mouths. They peck their way out. They don't stick their feet out.
I didn't
Yes.
know there's spotted eggs.
Yeah, you didn't know there were spotted eggs? Even when you see on here, did you know like a robin's egg? Who knows what color a robin's egg is?
Blue.
Blue. Chickens can lay.
I already know what a robin's egg is.
Yeah.
Chickens can lay what eggs?
So what I want you guys to do on your paper now is I want you to think of, yes, one more question. But we can each take a turn.
Is there such thing as a blue spotted egg?
There is. Yes.
Is there such thing as a green egg?
There is such a thing as a green egg. Eggs come in so many different colors. Okay, so here's
Do they come in purple eggs?
purple egg. So what I want you to do now is what we do at every class to help you guys learn the material. Before we move on to our next subject for today, I want you to do your 2 roses and a thorn. So 2 things that you learned that you thought were really interesting. I want you to write that on your paper. And then I want you to write 1 thing that's difficult for you that you're struggling with. And then after we do that, we're going to break into small groups and we're going to talk amongst yourselves. So let's say, Lexi, you might not understand something very well, but you share that with Abby and maybe Abby understood it and she can help you. And if you guys both don't understand it, then I will come around and help answer those questions. Yes. Good question. All right, and how are we on time? Oh, we are on 11 minutes, girls, so I think it's recess time. Sound good?
Yay!
All right.